This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, good morning everyone. Myself Praveen Sahu, and in my demo class today I'm going to present the topic permutations and combinations from the unit number 2, basic quantitative aptitude. Well, in this particular session I'm going to discuss about fundamental principle of counting. So before studying permutation and combination, we should have knowledge about fundamental principle of counting. So see, there are two rules, there are two principles. One is the multiplication principle and another is the addition principle. What is the multiplication principle of counting? What it says? I'm reading the definition, I'm reading the explanation. Suppose an event E can occur in m different ways, or we can say task one can be completed in m different ways, and associated with each way of occurring of E, another event F can occur in n different ways. There is second task which can be completed in n ways. So the total number of completion of these two tasks is given by m into n. So when we say that task 1 is completed in m ways and task 2 is completed in n ways, and if these two tasks are going to complete together, we multiply the number of ways. That is called as the multiplication principle. And similarly, for the addition principle, we add the number of ways, but here both the task is not going to happen together. Either task 1 will complete or task 2 will complete. One of the task will complete, not both. In that case, we do addition. And if both the tasks is going to complete together, we multiply. So this is the basic rule, what we call that fundamental principle of counting. Now let us consider some examples. Mohan has 3 pants and 2 shirts. It's a basic illustration of the fundamental principle of counting. And if in how many ways, the question is that in how many different pair of pant and shirt can be dressed up with. So Mohan has to wear 3 pants and 2 shirts. So he has 2 tasks. One task is wearing pants, which can be done in 3 ways, and wearing shirt, which can be done in 2 ways. So he can do both the tasks together in 6 ways. Or I can say he can dress up with 6 ways. Okay, we can see also the flow chart. Pant 1 has 2 choices, shirt 1 and shirt 2. So the one combination is this is the another permutation. And for pant 2, again he has 2 choices, P2 S1, P2 S2, and for pant 3 he has another 2 choices. So we can see also from the flow chart there are 6 possibilities that he can dress up with. Okay, fine. Let us consider another problem of the same kind. Shabnam has 2 school bags. Now Shabnam has to perform 3 tasks together. She has to carry only one of these items. Like here she has to choose bag, tiffin box, or water bottle. Now she has to perform 3 tasks together. So in how many ways she can do? She can perform in 12 ways. We can see also this explanation from the tree diagram. She has bottle 1. For every bottle, 3 tiffin box. For every tiffin box, 2 water bottle. So these are the pair we can see. So there are total 12 number of different arrangements, different possibilities, different ways which is possible to complete these 3 tasks together. Now let's move to the next page. We have some more examples to understand, to illustrate the same concept, counting principle. Let's play with some numbers. Here the question says, how many 2-digit even numbers can be formed from the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if the digits can be repeated? See, we have to fill 2-digit number, 2 boxes, unit place, tens place. Unit place have only 2 choices, either 2 or 4, but tens place have all 5 choices, either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because repetition is allowed. Repetition is allowed. So in how many ways this can be done? First box can be filled in 5 ways, second box can be filled in 2 ways. So total number of ways of filling these 2 box together is 10 ways. So total number of 2-digit numbers will be 10 here according to the question. Now what example number 2 says, how many 3-digit numbers can be formed from the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Again, we are using the same digits, but we are going to form here 3-digit numbers. Now, if 3-digit numbers are there and repetition is allowed, so for every place, units, tens and hundreds, we have all 5 choices. 5 for 100 place, 5 for tens, 5 for units place. So total we have 125 number of ways of filling these 3 boxes. So we have 125 3-digit numbers, which is formed using the digits 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. There is the condition that. But what happens if repetition is not allowed? That means if you have digit, if one digit is used already, you cannot use that digit again. So we have 5 choices for 100 place, 4 choices for tens. Why 4 choices? Because we have already used one digit in 100 place. Now we have 3 choices for unit place. Why 3 choices? Because we have already used one unit for the 100th and 10th place. Now we have total choices 5 4s are 20 multiplied by 3. 60 such 3-digit numbers are possible according to the question. Now let's see the next question, example number 3. Example number 3 says, how many numbers are there between 99 and 1000 having 7 in its unit place? See, between 99 and 1000 only 3-digit number is possible. You have to exclude 99 also and 1000 also. So between these two numbers we have 3-digit numbers, all 3-digit numbers. So 3-digit number have this structure: unit place, tens place and 100 place. There is a compulsion that you have to put 7 in the unit place. So we have only one choice for the unit place. And since we have all 10 digits, but see, 100 place cannot be start with 0. So 0 is not allowed here. So how many choices with 100 place? We have 9 choices because 0 is not allowed. But for 10th place, we have all 10 choices. As repetition is allowed, we can use any of the digits. So total such digits is 90 here, 93 digit numbers where 7 will be in the unit place. Now let's see some similar questions. Example number 4. How many numbers are there between 99 and 1000 having at least one of the digit is 7? Now here the condition is that the 3-digit number should contain at least 3 digits. So I'm going to solve this question in 2 steps. Step 1 says, first of all, we are going to find 3-digit numbers. So 3-digit numbers, how we will count at 3-digit numbers? Unit place, tens place and 100 place. 100 place cannot start with 0, so we have only 9 choices. But for tens place, we have all 10 choices, and for also unit place, we have all 10 choices. So how many such 3-digit numbers are possible? There are 900. And what step 2 says? We are going to find all those 3-digit numbers which does not, in which 7 does not appear at all. So what we are going to do? We are going to exclude 7. So when we exclude 7, how many digits are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 will not be there. 8 9. So total we have 9 digits with us. We can use only 9 digits. Why? Because we are not going to use 7 at any place. So for 100 place we have only 8 choices because it cannot again start from 0. Now for 10th place we have all 9 choices. 9th place we have all 9 choices because the repetition is allowed here. So total we have 360 sorry, 648 such numbers. And what happens when we subtract step 1 minus step 2? On subtracting step number 1 minus step number 2, we get all those numbers which contain at least 7, because we have deleted all those 3-digit numbers in which 7 does not appear. So 352 is our final answer, in which at least at one place digit 7 is occurring or appearing. So this is all from my side. Thank you so much for watching my video tutorial. Thanks a lot, everyone.